Hello, how are my beautiful friends doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing week. The last few weeks of summer, can you believe it? I've been seeing a lot of fall decor, a lot of fall makeup that's heading our way. But today I just wanted to do a nice summer look using a full face of Maybelline. And if you're new today, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And here you're going to find a lot of love. I love telling stories. I love making people laugh. And I'm super transparent. So what you see is what you get. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, please hit that subscribe and notification bell to join this amazing family here. All right, you guys, let's go do a full face of Maybelline. So let's get right into this, you guys. I was so excited. I was going through all my makeup and realized that I only had to purchase a few things to make this a complete full face. The palettes I'm going to use, you guys, are these little blocks. And I think last time I used this one and another one that they sent me. I went back on Amazon and I purchased this little block here. So I think I'm going to stay with this. I want to stay in this direction here, matches my shirt. And I might dip into these other ones, but we're going to see what kind of look I can come up with. And yeah, you guys, again, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I really actually own a lot of Maybelline products. So yeah, I didn't have to spend a fortune, to do a full face. But right now I am just going in with the eye primer that's not Maybelline. This is actually from Amazon. And I'll link everything in the description box below. So all right, you guys, what are your plans for the rest of the summer? I really don't have a lot of plans. I do have the annual seafood boil. If those of you who've been with me a couple years know, my sister does that every year. We all look so forward to that, and that is going to be Labor Day weekend. We really didn't think we were going to be able to do it this year because of cost of the seafood was ridiculous, but they got super lucky. They were at Sam's. This is where they normally get the big bags. It's like a 2-pound bag of crab legs, and they were on sale. So they saw that and they snagged up every bag that they had. So we're going to have the seafood boil. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, I'm going to jump into this block here. It's super pretty. This shade here is like a very light shade, but it does apply a little darker than what's in the pan. And that is a shimmer. And then there is this beautiful lavender shade right here. So I think I'm going to start with that shade. Let's see what this does, you guys. I'm just going to tap at first just to get an idea of the formula. Okay, I just had a coughing attack, you guys. I drank my water and it went down the wrong tube. Okay, so this is a very pretty lavender shade, but I am finding it's one that you will want to probably build up on, but once you get all the pigment down, it is really pretty. So I'm just going to move that all around and work that up towards my eyebrow because I have hooded eyes if you're new, and there's a lot of space between here and my eyebrow. So I have a lot of space to fill here. And then once everything's laid down pretty much, I do kind of flick that up towards my eyebrow just to diffuse any harsh lines I have. And I find that that really does help. Like I was saying, you guys, there are so many new launches coming out. Charlotte Tilbury has, some new things coming out. I saw this beautiful palette. I believe it's like a blush and a highlighter type situation. And it just looks so beautiful. I think she also has like a new powder coming out. Too Faced has some stuff. There's a lot of new foundations, or I guess it would be tinted moisturizers that I'm kind of interested in. So how I see these, you guys, all these new launches, if you're over on Instagram, go follow Trend Mood. I think it's called Trend Mood. I'll find out and put it somewhere around here. And yeah, that you will know, you'll be in the know of all the new makeup launches. So I love that little site because you get a lot of information. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this shimmer here, but it's more like a satin finish, but it's super pretty. And it looks like that. So I am just going to work that into a brush, and I'm just going to actually put this all in my crease because I do have a little idea of what I'm going to do here, you guys. So yeah, also over on Trend Mood, I don't know what it is, you guys. You know how I am with my names. They did give like a little sneak peek of the Ulta 21 day sale. And although I didn't really see too much that grabbed my fancy, hopefully, you know, there'll be more pages. I'm sure there will be, and something will just grab me because I really do like, you know, taking advantage of those sales. Okay, and what I'm noticing about this block is that I'm having to go back into the pan to really build it up, but that could be a good thing because, especially for somebody who has a heavy hand or is a beginner, you're not going to slap on the, you know, tons of pigment and have it look really loud. You can really build this up to your liking. Okay, I'm wanting to add a little color into this look, so let's head into this one here, and I want to use this beautiful emerald green shade and work that in the outer corner. Now, what I remember from the last time I used this green was pretty pigmented, so I'm just going in with little increments because I don't want to ruin the look. And what I'm doing is just basically just focusing on that outer corner and pretty much just the eyelid. I'm not wanting to bring that up into that pink too much. So let's go back into this palette, and I'm going to use this one here. And from what I remember, it was like a really pretty shimmer that had like a shift of green in it. And yes, that's exactly what I remember, and it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's what I was remembering about these. You can really build them up to how bright you want it or how subtle you want them. And today I want just a little bit more pizzazz. So I'm going to show you with this finger. I just have a little bit, and if I just go over one time, you're going to see how much softer that is. So what I'm doing is just going back and building up to, you know, how loud I want this to be. And I want this to, you know, really stand out. It's such a beautiful shimmer. Okay, and to line my eyes, I got the Maybelline Master Precise, and this is their skinny line pencil. So this is just like a gel pencil. I mean, it is super, super tiny there. So I am going to just line the eye with this. And I'm not going to be super precise right now because I am going to smudge this around. I'm going to take like a little smudger brush here and just work that product around. And the nice thing about this pencil is that, you know, there is some work time. It doesn't dry down immediately, so you do have a few minutes to work with it. Okay, you guys, so I do like how this turned out. I will say out of all the blocks, this is probably my least favorite, only because I felt like I had to really keep building up to get to even where it's at right now. It's super pretty. I do like the shimmer. It just seems like the lavender one really didn't have a lot of pigment to it. So this is my least favorite one, but the other ones I really do enjoy. Okay, you guys, so let's get into the complexion. And of course, to fill in the pores, I'm going to be using my HG, and this is the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. I love this stick. Those of you who have been with me for a while know my passion for this blur stick. And for those of you that are new, what it does is fill in my pores, and it will kind of, if you can tell here, it will like blur the wrinkle on my forehead. So that's why I love this. I'm not shy with it. And I'm always nervous that this will be discontinued and I'll have to find something else. Okay, and for my primer, I'm actually going to use the 4-in-1 Perfector. I love this. I think it's very similar to like the Rare Beauty, their primer. It's kind of similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, not as glowy, but it's just very similar, you guys. It's in that category. And the new e.l.f., that new e.l.f. glow, yeah, it just has that really nice coverage. It's just like a sheer coverage, just enough to be a primer, in my opinion. And you'll see that it will add a lot of glow. And when I use this, my makeup lasts forever. And I got mine I'm just using the shade Light 01 Light. So, and I just use my fingers to blend it in. What started this full face is I saw this on Amazon for $3.65, you guys. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, okay, that's just, I can't pass this up, and I've been wanting to try it. It's the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is the Dewy and Smooth. And it also looks like it has SPF 18 in it, and I got mine in the shade light beige. Now on Amazon's website, it had 24 shades available, so I was pretty impressed. Now, not all of them are as cheap. They're all like different priced, and some of them you couldn't get, on Prime. So hopefully if your shade is on there, for $3.65, oh my gosh, Okay, so let's look at this. It has a glass bottle. I don't know about this, you guys. I mean, this is like old school, big time. So, and it doesn't have that crazy of a scent. I thought it was going to be like, the old school CoverGirls, that really paint smell, but there really is no scent to that. So, that's the only bad thing, it's hard to get, the perfect amount. Let's check the shade, you guys, and see how that's going to work. Oh boy, that looks a little light. Let's see if it oxidizes. So I'm going to place a little bit on the back of my hand. And we'll just let that sit there. But we're just going to go in with it, you guys. I can always darken it up, hopefully, with like a bronzer if needed or something, because my neck's covered, so we really can't see the self-tanning. And I really don't know how much to use, so let's start there. And I think I'm going to go in with my Stands Out sponge. And let's see how this is going to look, you guys. For $3.65, I'm really hoping that I'm going to love this. And that seemed to blend out pretty quickly. And from here, it's looking like a pretty even coverage. And I will say I love the Stands Out sponge. It does make, applying any foundation super easy and super fast. And I prefer to use mine dry because you can use them wet or dry, but I do prefer using mine dry. I'm going to place a little bit more just to see if it's buildable, because I do have something going on here, and we'll see. Oh, I thought I got my hair, you guys. And we'll see if it will cover that up. Have you guys used this? And if so, I would love to know your thoughts on it. I'm curious to see how long it lasts, if it's long wearing. Okay, so everything looks, I think, really nice. I think with that perfector underneath, as you can see, there is a glow. But this is a dewy formula as well. It's a little light. But again, I think I can darken this up. And let me just turn on this light. I hope it doesn't interfere, just to see what it looks like. It looks pretty good for $3.65. I'm pretty impressed. Here's the con, you guys. So I did use pretty much everything that I put down on that palette. And do you see how messy this is going to be? That's kind of like the, I don't know, that L'Oreal tinted serum thing. So maybe I could put one of those dispensers on here. Idea. Or just go in and put it on my sponge. I think that's what I would do at this point. So, but other than that, as of right now, I think it looks really nice as of right now, and I will make sure to see if it oxidizes. We'll go back to that in a minute. Okay, so the one thing I did have to pick up that was new as well is a concealer, and I wanted to try this, you guys. And this is called the Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It's supposed to be a 12-hour wear, and I got mine in the shade 120. And let's hope that this works for my skin tone. Now, how do I get this off? What in the devil? Okay, so they have it in here, and they also have some kind of protective seal around there. So let me try to get this off, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, it's now midnight, and that took forever. Okay, so it is one of those wind-ups, and we will see how long it takes before I get to there. Okay, you guys, with these kind of things, I do not like going straight in. The way I've been applying my concealers, and I think, it's been looking really good. Even concealers I never really cared for. So I'm going to place a little bit on the back of my hand. I placed way too much, but we are going to rub it up, rub it in. And I'm just trying to heat up that product just so it melts right into my skin. And lately all I've been using is a eyeshadow brush, you guys. So I'm just going to place a little bit on this eyeshadow brush. And let's just go right in and work this product only where I need it. I'm not going to place concealer where I do not need it. Okay, now I will say it felt like a drier formula, and it dries down pretty fast. So let me go in and see the difference if I go in just with the sponge applicator. Way too much. Yeah, it does seem like it dries down rather quickly. So you do not have a lot of working time, I feel, for my skin. But, you know, I do have super dry under eyes, so that could be why. It's definitely one I'm going to work with. It doesn't, you know, shout out to me, oh, I love this right away. But we will see how it looks, you know, after it sits for a while. If I find like it creases or just, you know, looks super dry. And I will keep you guys updated, of course. And yeah, as you can see, it really dries down pretty quick. So let's go back into this really quick, you guys, just to see if it did oxidize. So I'm just going to take a little bit from the lid there. And I'm going to place. And yeah, it does oxidize quite a bit. Which is good for me. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's slightly tacky, but not too bad. Okay, so I am going to set everything down, and I'm going to use the Fit Me powder. And I used this the other day. I got mine in the shade Light. And I actually really like this powder. That day I did. It looked really nice. So I'm just going to place a little bit in this cap. I'm just going to place a little bit. Well, actually, I'm going to be pretty generous and place that on the poof poof, and I'm just going to press that into my wrist just to get some of that product out, and pretty much just set my T-zone. And I'm doing a press and roll motion. I learned this off the Laura Mercier when I reviewed that powder. That's what they suggest you do, and I'm finding that that works really well with all loose powders. For the rest of my face, I'm just going to use my Anissa brush here, which I love, you guys. Everybody always asks what brush I use, and it's called Anissa. And it's become really big over on TikTok. I saw Juicy Jazz review. She just got a set, so I've had mine for quite some time. I think it's like right when she became popular, I snagged it, and yeah, I absolutely love it. They are a pricier brush. It's an investment, but they are amazing brushes and last forever. Okay, so I did get a new bronzer too, and it's called their City Bronzer, and I got mine in the shade 200. So hopefully this is a good shade. So it looks like that. We will see, you guys. And okay, it just looked like it was more creamier. But it is just a bronzer, or powder bronzer. So I'm just going to go in very lightly, and let's see how that looks. Okay, it's actually more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just going to actually go down on my brush and use a lighter hand. I would say it's a little bit more warm than I'm used to. I usually wear more cool tone bronzers for my skin type, but I do like this one, and I definitely need some color back in my skin. I did get a new blush, and this was pretty inexpensive, I think. I don't think I paid more than $6 for this, and it's the Fit Me, and this is the blush, shade 30, which is Rose. So it looks really pretty, and I think it will go really nice with this look. So yeah, it is a lighter shade, so definitely buildable. I think there is like a slight like sheer or shimmer in there. Look at this, you guys. I'm trying to look in this mirror. Oh my gosh. I wonder about myself. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit in my shadow, and just to tie everything together. Let's see what else I have in my bag of tricks here. Oh, I did get a new setting spray, and this is the Maybelline Lasting Fit. This says up to 16 hours of wear is a matte finish. Okay, you guys, well, let's give it a try. And I'm going to shake it up. Let's see the spray on it. Ooh, I'm glad I did that first. It came out pretty aggressive. Okay, let's try. Ooh, I do not like the spray on that, so I am going to spray a sponge instead because that came out super aggressive. Yeah, a lot of times I like using a sponge to apply my setting spray anyway, only because I think you get everywhere. You know, you can place it on exactly where you want it to hit, and I think it really does help soften the powder look. So as of right now, it's okay. Again, I don't like that spray on here, and it's not too matte. You know, you can still see a little bit of glow on my skin, so I'm not mad at it. So let's go back into these blocks, and I think I want to add a green under the eye as well. So I'm going to place that on the outer corner, that nice, beautiful emerald green. I'm going to use that pink shimmer and place that or pack that on a flatter brush. Put that like toward the inner part of my eye. I'm going to place that lavender shade, pack that on the brush, tap it off, and go right beneath everything and really just soften that look. I brought down the Maybelline, and this is the Sky High, but it's in this black packaging, which I don't know the difference, you guys. I've had it for a while. I've used it a few times, and I really don't see any difference than the one in the pink packaging, but I'm going to use this one today. So I'm just going to hurry up and curl the lashes. Okay, so this is the wand here. The one thing about these, see how flexible that wand is? That is one of the things that it can be a little hard to work with, but I love the formula. I think this one did flake slightly, but it didn't smear or smudge. So that is okay. I don't mind flaking, you know, because you can just kind of wipe that away, but smudging and smearing, no. Okay, so that is 2 coats, so it's a really, really pretty mascara. Okay, and so for lips, I brought down several things from Maybelline because I wasn't sure which would look best with this look, but I love these vinyl inks here. These are amazing lip products. It's probably one of my favorites that Maybelline makes with their, you know, for their lips. And this is in the shade Cheeky, so it is so pretty, you guys. So that's what that looks like here. This is Koi. So this is a more pink shade. So let's swatch that. And that is super pretty. And this is a new shade to me. And this is in the shade, I believe it's called Unrivaled. And I don't even know, this looks like a wine shade. So this is going to be super pretty for the holidays. But it definitely would not go with this look. But this is gorgeous. So super excited to try that with the right look. And then these are really nice too. These are their lip crayons, and it's the Super Stay. And this is in the shade Lead the Way. And they look like this, and there's a sharpener on this side. So let's just swatch this and see what would probably look best with this look. So I'm thinking it would either be the Koi or this one here. So let's try the Koi and just see if it's too loud. And what I like about these is the applicator. So it looks like that. And it makes it super easy to overline or line the lips. I never use a lip liner really when I use these. As you can see, how nice it just glides right on. And then they go on like a shiny formula, but then it does dry down, but not uncomfortable. Hey, you guys, I think that this shade looks really pretty with this look. And then, you know, throughout the day when it does dry down, I love to go in with their lifter gloss. And this one is just like a clear formula, but it does have a little bit of like a shimmer in it. Now that it is drying down, it has lost a little bit of that shine. So I do like using that lifter gloss with it. That looks super pretty. And if you look really close, you can just see a little bit of like shimmer coming through that lipstick. And I just like how it just softened that up even a little bit further with this look. Okay, so this is the completed look. I think everything looks really pretty, but let's talk about the products, you guys. As of right now, I actually really like this foundation. I looked at it really close on my 10 times mirror, and it looks really nice. It looks super even. It doesn't look really dry. I think it looks nice and blended. So hopefully this lasts, throughout the day and has good staying power, because this is excellent for 365 as of right now. The concealer, you guys, I don't know about this. It looked really dry under my eyes. Again, my under eyes could be going through a situation. They do that from time to time, but I've used, several this week, and this looked just really dry. But again, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to try it a few more times just to let you know. But as of right this second, it just looks dry. And as for the setting spray, we'll see about it, you guys. We'll see if it helps with the longevity of my makeup, how it stays on today. So I'll keep you posted on that. I like that even though it says it's matte, it really didn't mattify the face completely. I still see a nice glow that's coming through that. And again, with these shadows, these little blocks, this is just probably my least favorite. Even though I like how it looks right now, I really had to build up on it to get the pigment that I have. Now these ones I absolutely love. I used this several times just for work, and the green in this one is absolutely stunning. I love it. And everything else, you guys, I pretty much have used and tried on the channel. If you have any questions though on anything, just put in the comment section and I'll let you guys know. Okay, you guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time doing a full face of one brand. I love being able to do this. And yeah, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. I love you guys so much. And until next time.